What did I say? Yes, if you didn't know, about a month ago, I did a video, next gen 60 FPS update rumors and speculation, where I went on a bunch of circumstantial evidence and sort of pieced some things together, and was like, hey, maybe there's talks, at least something going on internally, where the Crew 2 is thinking about next gen 60 FPS, and not only that, but along with Year 5, we got an announcement, official first look at Season 5, American Legends. A car that seems to be in that teaser, a 60 FPS and graphics update confirmed, and a handling, fixing, and unification of the specs where it's been broken for so long. Now, I'm going to explain a lot of these after the fact, because now I'm going to take you back to a Sid in a black hoodie watching this trailer that came out yesterday. Now, you can watch me react to that, and then, you know, stick around, and I'm gonna explain more in depth about these new things. One thing, the audio is a little weird. Some things are a bit too loud, some things are a bit too quiet, but also subscribe. Subscribe now. Here we are, boys. Ubisoft Ivory Power. Absolute chat.
Hi everyone, my name is François and I'm community developer on
François. Is that Fudge?
But I also wanted to tell you more about what we can expect for TC2 in the upcoming months.
Okay,
To do so,
months.
let's welcome our guest Delphine, who will give you more visibility on the future of TC2.
Hi everyone, thank you François. The Crew 2 has been live since 2018 and the past year has been a tremendous one. And this year has already brought a lot to the game with a US speed tour for all the lovers of high-speed races, with a contractor for all our free roamers.
Oh, I think they're talking about just maybe this year.
And the upcoming Season 5 will be available on March 16th.
Yes, we know that.
I'm quite delighted.
Oh, the trailer chat! It's the trailer!
You made it to the archives, where research meets answers. You will have to work hard, but I dare say I can be of some help.
It's a finally happening.
If you're looking for American Legends.
Oh! Oh.
One of our main
No
goals
way,
is to continue to
clap
deploy
sync,
content for...
That's the thing I do.
This is why, for example,
Wait.
we offered our community the opportunity to draft its own live summit to celebrate the 4th anniversary of TC2 in June this year. Adding a new season is cool, Delphine, but I know that you have even more to share about TC2.
They've got the promotional cuboid! No way, chat! Let's go, boys! They've got the promotional cuboid in the back there! And I've got the promotional cube! Let's go!
Adding a new season is cool, Delphine, but I know that you have even more to share about TC2.
Yes, François.
Oh! More than just a new season, chat! More than just a new season.
The best has yet to come. Today, we are proud to announce that we will continue supporting the Crew 2 for a 5th year of content.
Okay.
With more free content for all players to enjoy.
Exactly. Yep. I mean, we know 50-year Crew 2, 5, but it's year 5.
Will start this July, which means that
Spanish chat.
3 new seasons will be deployed. Year 5 will start this July, which means that 3 new seasons will be deployed.
Okay.
And the Crew 2 still has a lot of
Season
promises
6?
5 will start this July, which means that
this
3 new seasons will be deployed.
Seasons. Okay,
and
so...
the Crew 2 still has a lot.
Season 6, 7, and 8 are confirmed.
This is why we will continue.
Okay. New competition.
Thank you very much, Delphine, for this update. And now let's move on to Quentin, who's going to tell us more about next-gen support.
Next-gen support? Wait a minute, chat. He's talking to Josh about next-gen support. Oh, no, sorry. He's talking to Quentin.
The most important request from the community is the support of next-gen consoles. And today, Quentin, one member of our dev team, is here to talk about it with us.
That's right. We know that more and more players are getting the chance to enjoy the Crew 2 on PS5 or Xbox Series platforms, and are voicing their hope to experience it at 60 FPS.
Oh! No way!
For them, as well as for all of our future...
No, it literally said July in that image, and they go on to say July, not this update. July is when 60 FPS...
players, we are thrilled to announce that this upgrade is well underway. As you might expect, we have been investigating the matter for quite a while.
Okay.
But it's been a bit more complex than it seems.
Because the engine the game runs on is held together with strings.
By July this year.
Thanks for those insights, Quentin, but that's not the only
Next gen update comes July of this year, chat. Sweet.
July this year.
Thanks for those insights, Quentin, but that's
It's a bit later than I would have liked, but at least it's confirmed, chat. At least it's confirmed.
not the only area.
Let's fucking go, boys! Finally! Finally!
We know that the sky and the weather are essential elements that influence the mood.
Oh, yes, of course, the
the
skyboxes
game.
that they added recently.
So
Absolutely
we are
gorgeous.
planning to roll out visual changes on all platforms that we believe our players will like.
Thank you very much, Quentin. This is absolutely great news. The community will be over the moon about this. But now let's move on to another topic.
he knows the
This
community.
is absolutely great news. The community will be over the moon about this. But now let's move on to another topic with Colleen.
To be fair, chat, to be fair, we could be annoyed about the fact that, oh, we have to wait till July. They know that if they told us that it wasn't gonna happen, like, if they didn't tell us that it was gonna happen here, everyone would continue complaining and complaining, you know?
We're now with Colleen, who is a project coordinator here at Ivory Tower.
They got Legos! No way! Yes. Hi.
We're now with Colleen, who is a project coordinator here at Ivory Tower. Colleen, what could you tell us about the vehicle behavior and the evolution that are coming in the next few months?
Thank you, François. I'm happy to be here to talk about the ingredient that is really the core of the game, is the handling.
Yeah.
So we know
I believe
that
I've seen her before. I think she did an interview on Women's Day, I want to say.
topic can generate some debate around the community. There is an important element of subjectivity in the handling.
Yes, handling.
So, for example,
Boys, the
some
handling.
people will love more slippery cars, while others prefer the car that grip the rope better.
Chat, they're actually talking like they care about the game. Finally! Finally, chat. They're talking about, like, chat, they know they make a game. They actually know they make a racing game. She's talking about how people like slippery handling and some people like grippy handling. She's actually talking like someone who plays the game, chat. This is the Ivory Tower
So,
we
yes,
deserve,
we
chat.
found that there
The thing is, at the
a
two
huge
extremes,
difference
people don't like how slippery some cars are, some people don't like how grippy they are.
between the
It's
old
the
vehicle
issue.
that we released and the new one in terms of harmonization.
Okay, right, yeah, so the
old
handling, they're using
I'm not,
Rallycross here to show. After the trailer.
to the AIs.
Yeah.
And that's why we would like to increase the time of test.
Oh, chill! Okay, Enzenorm with the 50! What the fuck? Enzenorm, chill out! Okay, hope they don't drop the ball. I'm hoping to. I think one thing we need to realize here, chat, is they're not saying any of this is happening this update. Any of this is happening within a week. Any of this is happening all together. We'll have to wait for a lot of this. Even this, what she's saying here, it's a testing period. Jesus Christ, Enzenorm.
Kinda hyped. Hope they don't drop the ball.
I'm hoping too. It's a testing period, chat. We're gonna be... They're adding a few cars. Like they said, they're going one by one with all the cars. So that's what it's gonna be.
60 FPS and handling are two of the big items we're working on right now. And we hope that by improving those
Boys, they're actually directly talking to their Twitter replies. They're literally talking to the Twitter replies right now. It's literally... Boys. 60 FPS and handling. We're doing it. No, we can't add the Supra. We can't, okay? We're doing the handling in 60 FPS.
60
Please.
FPS and handling are two of the big items we're working on right now. And we hope that
Promotional
by improving
keyboard.
those aspects, which are crucial topics for the community,
So, what do we even have there? Season 5, American Legends. Now, the vehicle in that teaser, you can see it on the right. I don't know if it was on screen because of my webcam. It was the 550 Spider driven by James Dean, an American legend. You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure that one out, I'll tell you that much. That releases this Wednesday. It'll be the morning of Wednesday that it is released. However, Tuesday, the day before, is when my video for all of that will be coming out. So stick around for that, you know, do that. The early access stuff to check that out. And there was a little bit of confusion around it. So the seasons that are confirmed, we have season 5 here, and then 6, 7, and 8 are confirmed. No more, no less. We know for a fact that we are getting season 6, season 7, and season 8. Is there a chance that we'll get season 9 through 12, 13, 10? Yeah, there is, but we don't know that yet. up till this point, Season 5 was our confirmed 2 season. We got told that, yeah, we're going to be going to Season 5, and now we've been told that, yeah, 3 more seasons on top of that. So that is an extra year of added support for the Crew 2. I think whatever your opinions are on the season and the Motor Pass system, I don't blame you for those, by the way, I think overall it's a good thing that the game is still going to be getting updates. That is the seasons and American Legends, as well as moving on to 60 FPS and graphics. So the sort of language and phrasing used was, yeah, we've been working on 60 FPS for a long time, but it's still gonna take a little while. I'm hoping people aren't like this. I'm kind of worried that people are gonna complain that it's coming in July and it's not here now. I think the only thing I can say to people like that is unironically cope. Like, suck it up. I think it's much more of a lesser of two evils. I think if they didn't tell us that we were getting 60 FPS this year, they would have had to have dealt with 70 comments every post typing, "Where is 60 FPS next gen update?" But now that they have told us early, at least they've told us early, now they only have to deal with like 30 comments being like, "Oh, why is it so far away?" You know, I think it's a shame that the community is like that on their social medias. But yeah, regardless, we got a confirmation of 60 FPS coming to the next generation consoles, this being PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And along with a graphics update. Now, there was a couple confusions here, and I'm not actually really too sure still on how this will work. I think the clips that they showed, those clips are of new skyboxes and new lighting systems and grading, etc. Not the skyboxes we already have. Now, again, I think, and I believe there is other things that will also play into the graphics side of this next gen update. But again, this will come July. July being the beginning-ish. I think perhaps it is the beginning of Season 6. That is when we get 60 FPS and next generation graphics. Next is the handling. The handling system of the game is being harmonized, was the word. And that may be confusing for some people. Most of the cars you use in Street, now this is my own interpretation, I do think it is right, but, you know, whatever. Most of your cars in Street won't be affected. Most of your cars in Drift won't be affected. Drag, not affected. The cars that will be being affected is... Okay, how do I explain this? Some specs, at one point in the Crew's life cycle, had their handling models changed. But they weren't changed. Only the new cars added to that specs had the newer handling model. So the old ones in that spec just remained the older handling model, and those were all terrible. It's the reason that when they add a Motor Pass version of one of the older cars, you're like, oh, this is utter garbage. Because the newer cars that the newer models of cars that we get, those have the new handling model, but the edition versions of an old handling model are still bad. What this harmonization is for specs like Rallycross, Rally Raid, and I believe Touring Car, but I don't know, but Rallycross and Rally Raid, they are going to be finally matching up the handling models. They are going to be actually featuring the full handling models that they are supposed to feature. And I think they did sort of talk about it a lot with, you know, it's sort of difficult for them to have that balance there of the Need for Speed players who want every car to go 1,000 miles an hour when drifting and whatnot, and slide at the tap of a left trigger, but also keep the Forza audience that actually wants their cars to behave and brake and turn, you know, like normal cars do. It's a weird balance to mix. So cut them some slack. They did say they are currently in the testing phase. So that's the timeline, essentially. This was the year 5 announcement. So obviously we would have gotten a big timeline. So everything on our timeline is as such. This Wednesday is the Season 5 American Legends. 2 months after that is Season 5 Episode 2 American Legends. Then after that is... oh, it might have a different name. I don't actually know. And then after that is Season 6 in July. However, that will also give us the 60 FPS graphics next-gen update. And then the handling and all of that fix. As far as I'm aware, I may be misremembering, but that was only said to be currently in its testing phase. Aside from all of that, Fanch, you're an absolute legend. Absolute unit in the trailer. In the video. But yeah, that's gonna be about it from me. I hope I was able to shed some light on the stuff that's coming up, actually explain a little bit of it, and maybe even help you understand a little bit more of what's going on and what's actually to come. So yeah, that's the future for The Crew 2. I think I'm gonna go into my opinions for a little bit. Some people are underwhelmed. Some people are like, oh, it should have been a lot more. I think, honestly, I'm taking it for what it is. You know, I think for the seasons, people don't like the Motor Pass. I think that's already a given. People don't like the Motor Pass. But I think people are putting that disdain of the Motor Pass over the fact that we're getting an extra year of consistent every 2-month updates. You know, I think people are sort of blinding themselves with Motor Pass bad against the fact that we're getting update. You know, I think that's good overall that we're getting updates. 60 FPS, I think everyone's happy about that. Graphics, I think some people were like, with some of the wording they used, but you know, we won't really know until we see it. And I think I'm happy to wait till July. I'm very much happy to give them the 4 months they need to work on this. And I hope it comes out stable and working, you know. And the handling, what can you say? I think the handling was one of the things that the people who are mostly critical of The Crew 2, because obviously the PlayStation 4 players, not to discriminate against you lot, but the casual console players are completely fine with this, realistically. Majority speaking, I don't want to speak for everyone here, but it's the sweats that are like, oh, this video was bad. Even the sweats are like, yeah, handling good, you know. It's the one thing that's kind of just like a, yeah, you know, I think that's an all-around good. You know, maybe you're like, new Motor Passes, game bad. 60 FPS next gen, I play on a PS Vita, game bad. Upgraded handling. Okay, I've waffled on long enough. Again, I hope it did help out. That was my opinions on it, and my alarm is going off. I need to turn that off. But yeah, that's about it from me. Thank you to popular members, especially thank you to famous members. An insane thank you to Icon member for the love of life. The members are what help this channel be what it is. So yeah, that's going to be about it from me. Thanks so much for being around. Alright, in a bit.
My heart spills, so I'm cleaning up a mess, yeah. Gotta go to church, feel the demons at my neck, yeah. When I'm on a pill, I be feeling like I'm blessed, it's a curse. When I'm on the drugs, I'm the worst, shawty. Tell me how it feels, tell me does it hurt. Tell me if it's wrong when I'm lifting up your shirt, shawty. Tell me if it's real, or would you leave me in the